Hey babes, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are joining me and my client Jessica. She has booked her first one-on-one lesson with me, and this is where I'm going to teach her how to style her curls at home. So let's go. What would you say is your biggest struggle with styling your hair?
I don't know what I'm doing at all.
Okay, so we're just starting at like level 0.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just kind of go and run through the basics here. It's just water. The first tip I can give you when styling your curly hair is to always use a lot of water. So your hair should be literally dripping wet when you're styling your hair. This is to prevent frizz, and it'll allow your hair to accept a lot more product as well. This is going to be our styling cream for today. You're going to apply this first after applying the water when your hair is still wet. With all of your products, you want to make sure to brush them through. So if you're putting on a cream, put it on and then brush it through. And then let's say you put on another product, put that product on, brush it through. So you always know that it's getting evenly distributed throughout your whole head of hair, right? The cream is going to be for your moisture and your definition. And so you kind of need the cream and the gel to go hand in hand, because the gel is going to provide your definition and your hold. So you need both.
Cream and then gel.
Yeah, cream and then gel. This is the Matrix A Curl Can Dream Manuka Honey Gel. This is my favorite gel to use. It's a light hold gel, so it's not too heavy, but it still holds your style really well. I like to apply this in sections, and I'll go into detail on the sections later on. But this will apply, I'd say, 2 pumps per section, and then you'll start getting into defining your curls. This is the Denman brush. Have you ever seen one of these?
I've seen them online. I use one.
Beautiful. This is a curly styling brush. It's a brush dedicated to styling curly hair. This red base is actually a silicone base. When you're brushing your hair and your curls, it kind of rubs against the silicone base and it has like a ribbon effect. I kind of like to use the example of when you're wrapping gifts and you use the scissors to do the ribbon. It's kind of like that. It promotes your curl for you, so you don't have to do too much when you're styling it. After all the curls are defined, then we're going to go in with our mousse. I like to use a nice mousse just at the end, and I like to just scrunch it into the hair, just to add an extra layer of mousse and also hold. And yeah, that's all I can really say about mousse. Nothing crazy about it. Any questions about the products?
Alright, so what was this one again?
This is the gel.
The gel.
Yes.
So it's the cream, the gel.
Yes, exactly.
Do you use all those products every day? Every time you do your hair? Is that more like after you wash it?
Exactly. After you wash it, you use those products. That's a really good question, actually, because what you want to do, what I like to do personally, is style my hair once a week. I'll do like the wash, the shampoo, condition, all of those products, the diffusing, all of that. And then I'll preserve my style throughout the week by sleeping on satin, a satin bonnet, satin pillowcase. That's going to give you a soft surface for your curls to lay. And then also putting it up. It depends on your curl type, how you put it up. I like to put it up, I'll put it up just like this, but in a looser ponytail, not so tight. And then just put my bonnet over that. For you, I would probably say do 2 loose braids because your hair is more on the wavier side. And then just put a bonnet or sleep on a satin pillowcase like that, and that'll help you preserve your curls for the next day. And then, but don't get me wrong, because a lot of people think when you're preserving your curls, that means you just have to do nothing when you wake up. No, you still have to like refresh it a little bit, but what there's already product in your hair, so adding water into that will just reactivate that product. So spritz your hair with like a little bit of water. You can even like finger coil some of your pieces that might be a little frizzy from sleeping with a little bit of gel on your fingers, but you're not going to do the whole routine again. You're not going to shower and wash your hair and do the whole diffusing. You can diffuse still, because obviously you're going to be spraying it down, but it's going to take maybe 5 minutes to dry rather than starting with wet hair and then drying it all over again. It's definitely a shorter process for the day-to-day styling.
So you'd use the water and then the gel is this.
You could even like use the mousse and scrunch that in as a refresher with the water, but you can kind of like play around and see what works best for you, obviously. Any other questions?
Not yet, but I'm sure I will.
Oh yeah, definitely. So let's get into this. Is basically you coming out of the shower. We've shampoo, conditioned, everything, right? Okay. You're gonna take your water, spray down your hair with water. Go crazy. Don't be shy, because you're gonna need a lot. Now you're gonna take your brush and you're just gonna start brushing your hair. So when you're brushing your hair, always start from the bottom. Grab like this, and start from the bottom, and then work your way up. You see how much like easier that is? It's pretty wet. Now we're gonna add in our cream. You can take your cream. I would say for your hair, probably, I'd say like a loony size, maybe about that much cream.
And that's for the whole head?
And we'll start that off. We'll start with that. And then you can always add more later on if you feel like you need more. So rub it together in your hands. And then start applying like this. Like this. Perfect. And then you can go to the other side. Perfect. And then once you feel like all the product's off your hands and in your hair, you can brush that. from root to tip, right? And do you kind of feel, if you feel your hair, do you feel that product? It feels like there's a lot in there now, right? Because you brushed it through.
It's like
exactly. Now we're going to section our hair. So a lot of times people don't section their hair, they just kind of go all in there. And it gets a little overwhelming, especially with curls. What you're gonna do is you already have your natural part here. So you're just gonna section out the front sections from the back. So right here and then right here. Does that make sense? In the middle, right here. Here, I'll do one for you. And then you can do that. We're gonna just start in the back. We're gonna do around, I'm gonna give you this here. So you can hold it up and see what I'm doing. I'm just going to start by taking sections like this, horizontal sections. And now we're just going to tuck away the rest. Do you have like a good size reference of how big this size is? So it's touching you on it. Rubbing it together in my hands. And then just applying it the same way we apply the other products. Then we're just going to take the dentin brush. Split the section in two. So we're just brushing the gel through. Then I'm taking the brush and going under, and then I'm just going to press my finger against the brush as I go down. And right before I let the hair out, I'm just going to kind of jiggle this back and forth. You can kind of see your curl starting to promote itself, and there you go. Then we'll do the other side.
You have to try that taste. Kind of open it, close it, and then refrigerate it. Why not 4 individual? Because I thought like a big one.
Just kind of bang it out of your hands like this, so you don't have too big of a clumps. I'll do one more section. I'm always so scared of the water. It is your best friend.
Because you missed the whole summer. It was so hot and uncomfortable.
Push the gel through, split the section in two, and then start brushing from underneath like a rainbow. Finger on the end. Shake it back and forth a little bit.
Although
There you have it.
June, July, August, you need it in December, baby.
All right, you think you got it? Let's try it. These are your two products right now: water gel and the brush.
Water gel and the brush. All right, it's starting in the back.
That's always the hardest part. You gotta start there. I'd probably spray it with some more water. Start brushing from over. You can start brushing it through.
Brush it through, and then we want to do under.
Then you want to go under. Pretty good. First try. Taking your section. You want to start by doing it like up like that.
But she'll do quirky things like go and check out all the vampire stuff. So I think something.
What do you think is step one? To this section. Yes. And if it would even help you, you can even take a pin and pin this back section back so you don't accidentally touch it. Gel. A little bit more. Don't be afraid. There we go. Perfect. Yep.
And this one, am I splitting it two or
No, you can just do it all at once because you can see what you're doing.
Brush the product through. We're gonna go under.
Beautiful. Yes. Love it. Perfect. That's exactly what it should look like. Even in the front here, if you want like a little bit of extra definition, you can start learning how to like finger coil. You just take it and you're wrapping it around your finger until you get to the end. And I just like to kind of shake it back and forth. With your hair, you probably won't even see the effect of the finger coil until you start diffusing it because your hair's a little bit more wavy. So if you finger coil it and you notice it's like this and it's just like meh, don't worry because it'll promote itself more when it's diffused. So good. You're just getting better and better by each piece.
Yeah. Lots of hair to practice with.
Definitely. And so now you're just gonna push that together and take your hair and like go all the way to the side. And then take a little bit of one hand and then scratch that in. And then get the back to the easy. And then flip to the other side and use your other hand. Like that. Yep. You should get the back in there. See that curl starting to come out more? Super pretty. Awesome. Now we're going to take our towel. You can kind of wipe off your hands a little bit too. But you're going to do the same side to side and gently, not like gently, I don't know how to explain this, but like don't, when you're squeezing, make it a firm squeeze. Don't mush it around. If that makes sense.
You want to keep them kind of intact.
Exactly.
Two packs.
And just stay firm and then release. Perfect. And then just do one to the other side. I've kind of gotten out any extra water and product that's kind of going to be weighing it down. So now we're going to start diffusing. This one for you. I'll show you the settings first. My setting, I always do low fan, low heat. You're gonna do it upside down. Usually I would do it backwards. You'll have the chair go back and you just lay back facing the ceiling. But since you're at home in this scenario, we're gonna just flip our hair forward and do diffusing like that. You wanna start by just hovering the diffuser over your hair. So don't scrunch it or touch it or anything with the diffuser for the first I'd say 10 minutes until you can start feeling your ends and everything a little bit dry. Then you can start going in and scratching. So hovering is just gonna look like this. Literally, see, I'm not touching my hair, just getting the air distributed over it. And then once I'm ready, I'll be going like this.
And the hovering is still facing down.
Exactly. And yeah, the process will go by a little bit faster because I'll obviously be helping you, but here you go. For me, it takes 20 minutes. It seems like a really long time because that's all you're doing. You're just sitting there for 20 minutes straight, just doing this. But 20 minutes, it should take around. Air dry. We're gonna talk about that since you asked. No, because it is actually damaging to your curls, and here's why. When we're applying water and product into our hair, we're actually expanding our cuticle, right? If we leave that water and product in there for too long, your cuticle will stay expanded, and that risks your curl loosening, because it's being stretched for so long. When you have this much water and product in it, you want to make sure to dry it immediately so that your cuticle closes. Now when you're blow drying, try and aim your blow dryer in a downward motion. Because when you blow up, you're going to create more frizz because your cuticle is being pushed up. Does that make sense? Not too much down, but just kind of like this. Does that make sense? And kind of motion downward. So you just want to pinch just put your hands in and pinch a little section. And take your diffuser and just bring it all the way up to the top like that and just hold it there. 5-10 seconds. And then while still holding it there. Oh no, you can let go with your other hand. But just hold the diffuser there and then you can slowly let it down. And when you're letting it down, shake it out like this. Does that make sense? Yep. And then just press the diffuser against your head. Perfect. And just hold it there. Go. Alright. This is better. Now we're going to go in for serum. This is the serum that we're going to use on you today. Brown with the heart Shea silk oil treatment. You're going to take a pump of this in your hand, or maybe like a couple pumps. Rub it together, and you're going to start scrunching out your curls. So this is going to help scrunch out your curls and start fluffing them out with minimal frizz, because the serum gives it a nice surface to lay on. You feel them starting to separate a little bit. Perfect. And now what's really going to add to your volume is diffusing after doing that. So we're going to keep diffusing. Now that you've broken it up, I'm sure you felt some of it's a little bit wet in the middle. That's going to help us dry those pieces now. Your head down. I'm gonna shake out your hair now, so from the root. So I'm gonna do this just so you can feel how vigorous you should really be doing it. And this is gonna help separate your curls a lot. I'm just gonna shake it out like this. You feel how much?
Oh, that feels scary. I feel like I'm worried to bruise.
I know.
Give nails right into the scalp.
You what?
You're kind of putting
Exactly, yeah. And just shaking it out. Now this is going to be what really separates your curls and gives you all that volume. And then we're just going to keep diffusing after this. And you'll see the effect that it has on your hair. So you can keep going with your diffusing. I'll help still. Alrighty, ready to see the curls that you have created? Oh my gosh, and you did it! So, wow! I love it. How do you like it? I love it. So pretty. Oh my gosh! You like the color?
It was good. Yeah, I like being able to actually do it myself. It takes practice to learn how to get that muscle memory.
The results speak for themselves. They look pretty great. Do you have any other questions?
I'm just looking at it. He's like, well, I'm not there to buy else stretchy. And then
Red dot. A cheap one from Amazon, just that has the band with tying. That would be perfect. Or even if the bonnet, you find the bonnet isn't working for you, satin pillow thing works as well.
and then the next dance with the water. And then I have to switch it down. How much?
Not too wet. Just a little bit to reactivate the product. You'll be able to start to feel your product getting reactivated a little bit. You can scrunch in a little bit of mousse, or if there's certain areas that are really crazy, take a little bit of gel and do your little brush technique again. And you did great. I love your hair. It's amazing. That is all I have for you babes today. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel again this week. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I know you guys wanted an in-depth diffusing tutorial and curly styling routine, so here you go. Look at these beautiful results. My client did this all by herself. So please like this video, subscribe, share, and leave any questions you have down below. Bye babes!